You are listening to Life Coach Life, the podcast, episode number 18. Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you about a popular topic that comes up anytime you're with a coach or you've spoken to your counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist. Everybody always talks about boundaries, right? Oh, better set a boundary there. But not many people talk about how to gracefully receive a boundary that someone else sets. And I think it's important. We all need to learn this. Did you ever try to set a boundary? A very loving and kind boundary with someone that you care about, only to have that person or persons receive it and retaliate, pout, or completely shut you out. They hear and received your boundary in a very unhealthy way. They took it as a personal affront rather than being open and listening. So whatever the situation is, let's say your mom calls you incessantly or asks you to call her incessantly, and you gently tell her, Mom, it would be best to just talk to you and catch up once a week, maybe on Sundays, Mom. And she takes it personally, she goes down the rabbit hole in her thoughts, and she completely stops talking to you. Yeah, not good. I've had that happen to me many times with my mother. Your friend has you, the one that has you on speed dial because she wants to tell you for the 100th time the same story, the same struggle she's been talking to you about for the last 5 years. And you gently set a boundary and say, you know what, Dawn, it would be completely refreshing to talk about something else today. Dawn might get defensive and get triggered and say, what are you saying, Tammy? I've always been there for you. How could you do this to me? So it's uncomfortable. It's not good. It's not healthy. So here's how to receive a boundary with grace, because it's difficult sometimes, but it's part of being an adult. Be present. When someone asks to speak to you, even that statement, hey, Tammy, I need to have a few words with you. It may be uncomfortable, right? But stop, listen, look at them, and just be there and open to what they want to share with you. Give them the grace of your presence. You know, don't start doodling on a piece of paper or scrolling on your phone. Give them your presence. Let them speak and say whatever it is they want to say, and don't speak over them. You know, a lot of times we cut people off and we're already thinking about what we want to say. Just absorb what they're saying. If what they are saying is making you feel icky or anxious or angry, or if it's triggering you in any way, remind yourself that it's not about you, which is really hard to do because that person is talking to you and you're thinking, oh my God, what did I do? This is about me, but it's not about you. And if you need to take a breather, just let them know. I'm going to take 5 minutes and come right back. I feel a bit unsettled at this moment. I will be right back. Let me just gather my thoughts. And again, remind your brain that they are sharing this boundary with you because it's a need that they have. It's not an attack, and it's especially not a personal attack on you. Respond rather than react. A lot of us are so reactionary. It's difficult, right? But you want to say, thanks for sharing that. Oh, I hear you, and I'll do what you're asking me to do. That won't ever happen again. If you have hurt them and you were unaware of it, a simple apology is awesome. I hear you, and I won't do that again, Susie. I'm so sorry. Making them feel seen and heard is key. Absolute key. Ask questions if you need to. Well, if that's not good for you, what is good? Let me know what works for you. Get clarity if needed. Do not go into defense mode. Don't pout. Don't defend yourself. It's just not healthy. Just stay open to the conversation. And the reason that our automatic brain jumps into defense is because of our ancient brain, our caveman, our cavewoman brain. We have to get over this, right? Because when someone says, we need to talk, it activates unconsciously. This fight or flight is immediately in motion. So just know this. This is education. This is knowledge. Know that you just went into fight or flight. So now you can say to your mind, oh my God, this is not that serious. I'm not going to die here. It's a conversation. This person cares about me. They love me. We want to catch ourselves. We want our brain to catch up to 2021, come into this century brain. And as the receiver of a boundary, if you find yourself, all of a sudden you're speaking quickly and defensively, that is your little baby brain. That's your mini me brain, not the adult part of your brain. When you say things like, oh my gosh, I was just kidding. Ugh, you're so sensitive, or you're such a wacko, or God forbid, you yell, special snowflake in the room, it's awful. You're just shaming them. And the boundary setting just goes out the window. It takes practice, like everything, right? We just have to practice because we're not mind readers. We could have offended somebody the other night, and it's pretty brave of them to come and tell you that you hurt their feelings, right? So put down the defense, listen to what they're saying, accept it, and just hear them, let them be seen, and continue the dialogue. You want to listen to one another, respect your boundaries, and also the ones coming your way. They're a two-way street. And we need to have boundaries. They're so necessary. They can be uncomfortable sometimes, but guess what? It's okay to be uncomfortable to have a healthy relationship in the end. If you or someone you know is having trouble setting boundaries or receiving your boundaries, drop me a note at tbasquet@gmail.com. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. That's it for this week. I'm keeping everything short and sweet so you have time to listen to the whole recording. And this is Tammy Basquet reminding you once again that your mind always matters. See you next week.